Myself Baudik Trivedi, working as an assistant professor in IT/ICT department of LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. So I will explain you the concept of public key distribution in information and network security. So first of all of you know the meaning of the public key cryptography. So public key cryptography means what? So that supported the public key as well as the concept of the private key. And public key cryptography is also known as asymmetric key cryptography. So here you already know the concept of key distribution, but here the concept of public key distribution in a detailed manner. So whenever you talk about the public key distribution, so distribution of public key with using the four way. So first one, that is the public announcement. Second one, that is the public available directory. Third one, that is the public key authority. And fourth one, that is known as a public key certificate. So with using this four way, you can directly distributing the public key. So again I repeat, first one, that is the public announcement. Second one, that is the public available directory. Third one, that is the public key authority. And fourth one, that is known as a public key certificate. So here you just see, start with the concept of first, public announcement. So what is the meaning of public announcement here? Because one, that is the entity A and one entity B. So here A directly generating a PUF and B directly generating the PUB, because all of you know for the A public key, that is the PUA, that is the public key of A, and PUB, that is the public key of B. So participant directly broadcasting a public key, this particular technique is known as a public announcement. So here you just see in this particular figure participant A and participant B directly generating, directly broadcasting a particular public key. So that is the broadcasting manner. For example, user A discovered the forgery, and all of you know what is the meaning of forgery. So it directly alert other participants. The forger is able to read all encrypted messages intended for A and can use the forged key for the authentication. Means whenever it discovers the forgery, so it alert other participants. So that's why the concept of public announcement, that is the most important one. After that, second one, publicly available directory. So all of you know what is the meaning of directory. So directory is generally used for the storing purpose. So in this particular diagram, one A is there, one B is there, so that can be considering as a participant, and one publicly available directory is there, that is generally used for the storage purpose. So here you just see in a step number one, what is the meaning of authority? So authority is generally used for maintaining a directory, but how the particular directory will be maintained? So with using the name and public key. So every time in a directory you put the name comma public key entry for each and every participant. After that, in step number 2, each participant register a public key with the directory authority. Means up to this point, each and every participant register a public key with the directory authority. Third point, how you distribute the public key? A participant may replace the existing key with a new one at any time. Means if any existing key is there and if I want to replace this, so with using the concept of publicly available directory, you can do that. And the last step, participant could also access the directory electronically. So this is the most important point. Must remember one thing, one authenticated communication from the authority to the participant is mandatory here. So this is about the publicly available directory. So up to this, at least you know the 2 points. One, that is the public announcement, and second one, that is the publicly available directory. After that, point number 3, public key authority. Public key authority. So how the public key authority work? That is the most important point. Again, in key distribution scenario, all of you know, one initiator A, one initiator B, in between one KDC. But here in public key authority, initiator A, initiator B, in between one public key authority. So here you just see the message number 1. Initiator A directly sending the request. Initiator A directly sending the request for the public key of B. So it directly sending the request in a form of request concatenated T1. So that is a one timestamp message that is generally sent by the initiator A to public key authority. Means A directly sending the request for the public key of B. Public key authority directly generating a response in a form of message number 2. Here you just see in a particular diagram with using the which key? With using the authority private key. It directly encrypted the message and it directly sending the public key of B, and whatever the message sent by the A, the message remain as it is. So up to the step number 1 and 2, in step number 1 you directly sending the message, sending the request for which? For the public key of B, and public key authority directly encrypted with using the private key of the authority, it directly sending the public key of B. After that, in step number 3, initiator A, here you just see in this particular diagram, initiator A, it directly sending the message to B with the public key of B, and again it send the IDA and N1. So that is the identification of A, and N1 means what? That is the nonce, that is a random number that is generated by the initiator A. So this is about the concept of the one phase of the public key authority. After that, in step number 4 and 5, this particular procedure repeat for initiator B. Means initiator B directly sending the request to public key authority directly generating the response with using the authority private key, and then after it directly sending the public key of A, and then after initiator B directly sending the message to initiator A. So at that time it containing the public key of A plus nonce N1 and one nonce N2 that is generated by the B. And after that in step number 7, the initiator A directly sending the public key of B comma N2. So it directly assure that the correspondent is B. So this is the logic for the public key authority. So this is the steps whatever I discussed in a particular diagram. So you just see in a step number 6 and 7, the step number 6 assure A that the correspondent is B. So this is the way, and in step number 7 it directly assure B that its correspondent is A. So this is the concept of public key authority. After that, public key certificate. So what is the meaning of public key certificate here? So here you just see. So first of all, public key certificate generated by which particular? So any participant can read a certificate to determine the name and public key of the certificate's owner. And must remember one thing, any participant can verify the particular certificate that is generated from or originated from certificate authority. And only, must remember one thing, only the certificate authority can create and update the certificates. So this is the way you can creating a different certificate, different public key certificate. And must remember one thing, the most important point, any participant can verify the currency of the certificate also. So this is the diagram, that is the step number 4 for the distribution of public key, because all of you know mainly 3 points. First one, that is the public announcement. Second one, that is the public available directory. Third one, that is the public key structure. And fourth one, public key certificate. So here you just see what is the meaning of public key certificate here. How the particular certificate will be generated, that is based on this particular diagram. So here you just see one A, one B, in between one certificate authority is there. So initiator A directly sending the public key of A to certificate authority. Means A directly sending the public key to certificate authority, and certificate authority generally reply with T1, IDA and PUA. So T1, IDA and PUA, what is the meaning of T1? So T1 means that is the timestamp, IDA means that is the identification, and PUA means that is the public key of A. And must remember one thing, with using the private key of certificate authority, you can directly generate one certificate for that. So whatever you receive here, that is for the certificate of A. After that, same procedure for the B also. B directly sending the public key to the certificate authority, and certificate authority directly reply with the T2. T2 means timestamp. IDP means that is the identification of B, and PUB means that is the public key of B. So with using the authority private key, it directly apply the encryption on that. So again it generating a certificate authority. So with using the step number 1, 2, 3, 4, it directly generating the certificate for the A and certificate for the B. And after that, A directly sending the certificate to the B, and B directly sending the certificate to the A. So this is the procedure for generating a certificate with using the concept of public key certificate. After that, must remember one thing, each and every participant apply to the certificate authority. At that time, supplying which particular thing? Supplying a public key and requesting a certificate. For participant A, the authority provides a certificate of the form. So here you just see the formula. CA is equal to encryption of authority of private key, private authority, certificate authority private key, comma, then after the T means timestamp, IDA means identification, and public key of A. Same way, this particular certificate directly passed to any other participant who reads and verify the certificate as follows. So this is the last important point for this particular session. So fully concentrate here. So here you just see, if I want to apply the decryption on that, means whatever the certificate generated by that, here I apply the decryption with using the which key? So authority private key, comma CA. CA means certificate authority. Then after you put the formula, whatever the formula here, you put the formula here, and whatever you receive, that is the timestamp, identification and public key, that is known as a original certificate content. So this is the way you can apply the concept of public key certificate in a security. So must remember one thing in this particular session, mainly 4 points. One, that is the announcement. Second one, that is the directory. Third one, that is the authority. And fourth one, that is the certificate. So with using this way, you can directly distribute the public key. So that is known as a public key distribution concept. Thank you for watching.